Combustion.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Been running the game with my team making plays. Talking 80, my G's, wanting jewels in this place. Surrounded by dogs, keep the quarterback safe. I'm the one with the plans, they gon' do what I say. The game is not over, we don't celebrate. In the end zone, we don't got no time in the wait. H-time run down, we don't premeditate. We just go and get to it, we got them on skates. If the game go into overtime, kicking the overdrive, we gon' be first at the finish line. Play looking full, but I finish mine, can I get second? We gon' line up like it's dinner time. We put in work till we get us a ring. Super Bowl season, we running the scene. H-time the home of the realest that breathe. Keep your face down when you talk to the king. What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the H-Town Rundown. This is your boy AD, and I got my co-host in the building. I got Jules, I got Auntie Swan, and I got special guests. I got Black Line from Reckless Sports Talk in the building. We got Larry and Stafford, the legend himself, is in the building. You know it's a big game. You know it's a history-making game. If Larry and Stafford shows his face on the H-Town Rundown, you know what's going down. You already know the Houston Texans have a game on Sunday, but on Saturday, excuse me. But before I get started, I want to shout out our good old sponsor, BetUS. BetUS, where the game begins, proud sponsor of the H-Town Rundown. You can get up to 125% on your first 3 deposits with our promo code JOIN125. Y'all go ahead and sign up on this link right here. It's in the chat. Y'all go ahead and use this promo code right here. It's in the chat. Y'all go ahead and get y'all 125%, up to 125% back on your first 3 deposits, and join BetUS and get your bet on BetUS where the game begins. But yes, I want to see how y'all feeling on this.
You know to be on CP time.
Yeah, I already know. Man, come on. Y'all know the nigga them up at all. But definitely, what is up? How y'all feeling on this wonderful pre-history making day for the Houston?
I feel good, man. I feel real good.
Me too. I'm ready to scalp some Chiefs.
Hey, you already know how your boy feeling, man. we finna talk a whole bunch of shit tonight, man.
I've been smiling all day, waiting.
Come on, man. I feel you. Yes, sir.
I need to reiterate this again. This is a history-making game on tomorrow. I keep forgetting. I'm about to say Saturday. Tomorrow is Saturday at 3:30 Central Standard Time. The Houston Texans take on the Kansas City defending champion Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead Stadium. Is it Arrowhead anymore? I don't even know what his name. It's a little funky ass name now. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, they still call it Arrowhead, but it's Gecko or
bullshit.
Exactly.
Bullshit. That's what it is.
Exactly.
Put the name in front of it, then at the end it says at Arrowhead. They ain't giving up Arrowhead.
All I got to know is some bullshit.
Exactly.
So Houston Texans take on the Chiefs, man, tomorrow at 3:30 in the divisional round of the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. It feels different this year.
Some people said, to be honest, some people said this episode was supposed to be our salutations for the year. Us giving our season recap. How do we feel about the season? What are your expectations going into next season? Oh, you about to start the draft talk and all of this stuff. And where the hell are we now? Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. We are right here in the divisional round of the playoffs, about to make history and knock off the defending champs. But what you got to say, Swan?
I said we were supposed to be a bye week.
Look, and we made LA say bye-bye. So
right
on up the road.
Go ahead and shout out Sarah, shout out Frank Z, shout out Yvonne. Yeah.
Sarah, H is up.
Look, shout out Daniel Berry Sports. Yeah, Yvonne, you late. You late. You always want to talk about somebody else late, and here your ass late.
She earned them coins.
Shout out PG as well, but definitely, man. I just want to emphasize the excitement, emphasize the importance of this game. Because a lot of people just laughing it off. I think 99.9% of all predictions have been KC, KC, KC. Every network, KC, KC, KC. I mean, it's nothing new to Houston.
Nah.
We played on Saturday again, early game. Speaking of late, hey Mike.
Hey, better late than never. Am I right?
Uh-oh.
TP time.
It is
fine.
CP time.
But going back to the game, it's right up our alley, man. 3:30 on a Saturday, early game. You know, we you know what we do on Saturdays. I just want to break it down because I think against the Ravens, their game was a little later, wasn't it?
I think so. I think
Last
it
year,
was a Saturday night game.
It's Saturday night, 7 o'clock,
it was
7:30.
Saturday night game against the Ravens last year. You
Oh,
ain't got to
yeah.
worry about that. We're gonna go ahead and before that night fall in KC, they already gonna know what time it is. And they look, Houston Texans gonna be in the AFC Championship game. I don't give a damn what nobody say.
Talk to him, AD. Talk to him. See it.
You know,
Hey, Chiefs are 0-2 at 3:30.
they what? They are what
0-2 at 3:30.
this year?
And they're this year or either it's this year. 0-2.
So, look, Joy, they showed down did. They showed down did, and they was wrong. Look, they wrong again. He say I'm calling in that thick pick tomorrow or whatever. No, let's pause it. But definitely, I want to hear your thoughts before we go into it and we get going to break down the matchups and what we need to do to go ahead and pull out this victory. They already sent the team off today at 12 o'clock. Was it 12 o'clock today? They had the big pep rally and sent the team off, and
Yeah.
you know everybody was excited, and you know it was live. So we didn't do that last year.
Nope.
We didn't do that shit last year. So right now you doing that, and you already know what's expected. And so you got the confidence. You played well, played a great game against the Chargers, and hellified game against the Chargers. And you just gonna backdoor and do the same thing against KC. We ain't the same team that we played on the 21st.
No, we are
We ain't
not.
the same.
That's for sure.
Was any of y'all out there today at NRG?
Nah.
I
know the hell you were.
You goddamn right.
I saw your video. I saved it.
Mhm.
You goddamn right. I was out there, man. Swan, you go ahead, ladies first, man. Then I'll tap in and we will get this thing popping.
Oh no! To me, the keys of the game is what they were on Saturday. Protect CJ. CJ used them legs. Mixon, keep the run game going, and defense do them balls. Hey, go hunt, swarm.
Already.
So, all right, look. The recipe for success for the Texans has been the same all year long. We know this. But now we got to talk about, you know, everything else. But I want to get Mike in, you know, because Mike is, you know, he ain't in the dungeon today, y'all. So we need to let Mike give his thoughts on the Houston Texans, you know, going into this game. What are your thoughts about this game before we break it down?
Yeah, be honest, I'm not 100% swarming as far as my expectations. Half of me is like, yeah, we're gonna get them. We're gonna step on the neck, and we're gonna take what's ours, which is a ticket to the AFC Championship game. But it is the Chiefs. It is Arrowhead. And honestly, it's not even the Chiefs. It's the refs. Like, we know what it is. Anytime it's a close game with the Chiefs, which is damn near every single game, you know the refs are going to play a component, especially in the playoffs. So we got to dominate on defense. And I know Stingley, Will Anderson, and Daniil Hunter are going to have excellent matchups. I know Dooney's really good, but he's not at his best there at left tackle. And obviously right tackle is a turnstile. I think despite the fact that it's the Chiefs, I think Taylor is the most penalized offensive lineman in the entire league. So that's shout out to Tunsil for not having that title.
I just got a question, Mike. What's the first thing you said?
What? That I'm not swarming 100%?
Thank you.
We ain't got time
Damn.
for it, Mike. We ain't got time for it.
Damn.
We ain't got
Hey,
time for this
This
hey,
ain't
negativity in
hey,
the
hey,
this
house.
is
hey,
this
hey, hey.
faces.
We ain't got no time
Hold
for
up,
this
hold
negativity in the
up.
house.
You
If you
lucky I don't have
recall,
them
if you
controls, man.
recall,
I wouldn't have brought you back.
if you recall, last week towards the end, I was kind of wavering a little bit too. So by all means, if I waver every week and it leads to a 20-point victory, if that's what we need, they were smoking that Rex Ryan pack. Need
No,
to smoke that Stephen A.
We
Smith
about to
pack this
smoke
week.
that Mike pack.
Okay,
Will
hey,
said,
you gave that
Will
Henry
said,
Toto motivation, didn't you?
Let
Will
that
said if
man
you
talk.
ain't
Let that
Houston,
man
fuck
talk.
'em. So if you ain't Houston, fuck 'em. Hey, that's what Will said. I'm just repeating it.
Hey,
Yeah.
Swan, on
I
this
wonder what Chris Ewers
podcast,
said.
Are you
on this,
swarming? Are you Houston?
you know it, but
All right,
see,
that's all I want to hear.
AD used that motivation
Mm,
for Henry
No,
Toto.
see
So
me,
we're
you
just
bring I
continuing
got that
this.
vibe coming down. I'm sorry.
No, but as far as keys to the game, we got to take advantage on the edge in the trenches. Um, Fadakasi looked great last week. Man, it's awesome having him on the field because the run D. I mean, he obviously contributes in the pass, getting after the quarterback as well. But he's shut down in the run game. So we need to shut down Kareem Hunt and Pacheco, which shouldn't be that hard. Don't be half stepping. Um, and man, with Stingley and Lassiter locking down, like Chiefs might really struggle to move the ball. So I'm expecting a little bit of a defensive type of game, but it should be, really close as damn near every Texans and Chiefs game is. Um, but I mean, defense, good God. I mean, is that the most dominant defensive performance we've seen? I mean, certainly against a good opponent in years.
And you
Like,
No, I would say last year was just as dominant though.
was there a particular game you can remember against like a good team that we just balled them up completely?
Yeah, the Cleveland game last year.
Uh, uh, Honestly, I think this one was a little more surprising, but um, especially the way the first couple of drives started. But boy, once CJ got it rolling, you couldn't stop our offense. So that quick strike attack, which the Chiefs are going to be using too, because
Mm-hmm.
they're going to try to avoid Will Anderson and Daniel Hunter. We gotta keep that rolling with Nico and Schultz and Mechie and Mixon. So there are going to be opportunities for the receivers to eat, that quick strike attack.
Speaking of receivers, I do want to go over some news and notes real quick. Houston Texans did I think we talked about it on Tuesday. They did elevate knee killer, Jared Wayne.
I don't know everybody's real name.
Um and
Number
they
three or
did
number four.
well not
Receiver.
elevate, they actually signed him to the roster on the 53.
Keep me from Nico.
And then they also elevated Andrew Beck and JJ Taylor. Um, as the transactional moves, and then of course we already talked about the release of Deontay Johnson. But just quick news and notes. Sarah said Cleveland had the number one defense and Flacco on a
That's
hot
true.
win streak going into the playoff game. But yeah,
That's true.
let's talk about it. Let's talk about this game on tomorrow, man. Um, right now, the odds are against us.
Mm.
You got the great, you know, God quarterback and Patrick Mahomes.
Golden boy.
You know, the man with the white family. Um,
Wow, this nigga
you
petty
know,
today.
hey, I
I
don't care
mean,
what
his whole
nobody say.
family is just.
Look, put Patrick, and he just had a child too, didn't he?
Yep, he
Yeah,
did.
Second one.
yeah.
Um, the family pictures, y'all can't tell me that ain't a white family. That look like one of the white families on that, but um, yeah, the God Patrick Mahomes, the great Patrick Mahomes. I think what's his name, Nick Rice said this game is a practice. Um,
Oh,
you know,
oh, the Chiefs get another bye week.
They said it ain't a bye week, but it's a practice.
Practice.
It's a practice. Yeah, we talking about practice, Allen. But
What's the
Larry, I want
difference?
to hear your thoughts real quick.
Hey man, well, I appreciate y'all letting me get in, man, and chop it up, man, on the rundown, man, on what I view as probably one of the more uh, uh, important steps in the history of the franchise in terms of what we are going to be facing tomorrow. Here's where I'm at with it, man. In 2017, right? The Astros had to go through the Red Sox, the Yankees, and the Dodgers to get their first World Series championship, right?
And respect.
And so in this life, man, you got to go through the fire to be able to get to the top of the mountain, right? Because you're gonna be facing some challenges that is gonna make you decide whether or not you're serious about football. I remember at the start of the season we talked about the Texans schedule, and I told y'all, I said the NFL set the Texans schedule up to see if they really were serious about getting to New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you go back and just break down their schedule into the fours, man, in that last, I think it was after the Jets game or after the Titans first game or whatever. Or no, not after that. I think it may have been the Jaguar game. That's when all that roller coaster ride started, where they was playing 3 games in 10 days, and one game was on Thanksgiving, the next game was on. So we had this roller coaster ride, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so everything about the squad in terms of their scheduling was just these challenges. You was going to have to go through these challenges, and so I think the league wanted to see if they were serious. Like the Texans have been in this position before where it looked like, they were, serious about playing football, then they fall off a cliff. And so they put them in this blender to see if they was real. So then they get through that and they survive that, win a division early, man. They coast through the division. So then they get in the playoffs and the Chargers come in and everybody was talking all that noise about how, the Chargers was going to come in here and do these boys, and then we was going to be one and done. I still laugh at them whole-ass Titan fans that say all this. We was going to be one and done and all this other stuff. Yeah. And so, so you get these challenges, right? And so now we sitting here knowing that everybody already, we had seen it, man. This week was worse than last week with Rex Ryan, man. You got these boys, like you say, Nick Wright talking about the Chiefs season don't start till next week, and you had everybody on Get Up and all these other boys talking about if the Texans win, they gonna walk to the stadium on FS1, Paul Pierce whole ass. So
15 miles.
15 miles, man. So we hearing all the noise, and all I'm gonna say to you is, and when we really get into the nuts and bolts of this whole deal, I can make an argument that the Texans DBs are better than the Chiefs wide receivers.
Oh, that's easy.
That's easy, right?
That's easy.
I can make an argument that the Texans linebacker is better than the Chiefs linebackers.
True.
Yeah.
I can make an argument that the Texans D-line is better than the Chiefs D-line with the exception of Chris Jones.
I mean, a totality. Yes.
Yeah, totality.
You see what I'm saying?
It's not even a question.
So we can make these arguments, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how the fuck you fix your mouth to say that the Texans don't have a chance when we can make these arguments? It's all predicated on one thing, the quarterback play. And my argument is C.J. Stroud in that Chargers game broke off them constraints that he had been dealing with all season, where he was mentally trying to justify his rookie season. And once that happened, if y'all go back and look at the game, after he made that 27-yard run, you saw that boy was pumped, right? He did all that flexing, he did everything. Because that's when you saw his chest start releasing that air, man, that he had been carrying around, that pressure. And when that happened, AD, Swan, Black Lion, Jules, when that happened, Mike, I told my partner while we was hitting that tequila up there in the club, I said, hey, dog, y'all, we finna see what we have been waiting on all season. So I know I get long-winded, dog, but I'm telling you,
good.
This game in KC tomorrow, this ain't gonna be where everybody in the league think it's gonna be. Them boys coming over there to put in work. And what I saw today, and we talked, AD, I think you and I talked about this for sure. I'm big on energy, man, on people when you walking with in the space, man, where you truly believe. What I saw when them boys was walking to the damn bus today, night, hey man, I'm telling you, these boys ain't going up there to play with these Chiefs, man. And D'Amico Ryans is if he's not the top defensive coordinator in football, I believe that D'Amico Ryans and what he is going to get out of his defense is going to be the predicate to what we're expecting tomorrow when them boys come out of Kansas City tomorrow. That's just my opinion. I believe that in my heart of hearts that the Texans are going to shock the world tomorrow because I believe that this team may really legitimately believe that they can beat anybody after what I saw with them Chargers, man.
So I'm gonna piggyback on what you said. D'Amico Ryans is gonna call one hell of a game. I said it on Wednesday with Ruben and Harley and Stressens. D'Amico Ryans in the win or go home game.
Yeah.
Always calls his best game. Always calls a great
That's
game.
right.
He schemes it up. When it's win or go home, he can scheme it up with the best of them. People fail to realize that Baltimore game last year. Mind you, Baltimore was riding high. Lamar Jackson again, MVP season, playing out of his mind.
Yes, sir.
They held their team to 17 points through 3 quarters. Through 3 quarters,
yes,
17
sir.
points. Lamar Jackson, just 2 touchdowns and a field goal. That's it. Good enough to win the game.
Yep.
D'Amico Ryans called a hell of a defensive game. Christian Harris was eating Lamar Jackson alive. Pause. But all of those things are just predicated on what happened down the stretch. When you didn't have the offensive line, you didn't have the weapons, you didn't have those things, you couldn't put the points on the board. That's what killed the Texans in that game. Now this is a little different.
Yep.
You have a Joe Mixon. You have Nico, a fully healthy Nico Collins, ready to go.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud, a more confident CJ Stroud. So you have all of these things ready to go for this game to take advantage of all of it.
Yep.
But Jules is up there being quiet, watching Negroes fight. I need to hear what's your thoughts about the game. Then we go to Black.
Oh man, this is serious business today. I ain't talking no fluff. I ain't talking no. I just want them to play well. The Texans know exactly what they got to do to win this game, and I'm fully confident if they play the way they should play, they should win this game. Good game. They should win. They have a good chance to win if they just they put all their time together. They work as a team. They get their issues, their false starts, their interceptions, their hangups, their bad call of play. If they call a solid game and they make the plays, I believe this team can win. It's all business right now for me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I co-sign that, man, because here's the thing, and before you go to Black Line, and here's the thing about it. We saw that team throughout the season, man, frustrate the hell out of us, right? With some of the stuff that was going on. And I think that there's a natural progression that we know that everything intensifies when you're trying to get to the promised land.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the Texans have the right mix of attitude and business that they understand that, hey man, we understand that it really truly is Houston versus everybody. Fuck everybody else.
Mhm.
I really truly believe them boys truly believe that, man. And one of the major things that I've watched all season long, man, with Joe Mixon is Joe been partying by himself.
Mm.
And when he saw CJ do that shit against them Chargers, when he ran that football and he hit Hutch with that 34-yard pass or whatever, Joe had a smile on his face bigger than the damn Guadalupe River, dog. And seriously, and I think and when he saw that CJ was coming to the party with him, that I think, man, is going to be a catalyst, man, that allows this team to really just go out there and play with the no pressure because they already know that everybody picking against them.
Mm-hmm.
So their mindset is we don't got shit to lose, so let's go bust these boys in the mouth. And they coming to the party with a defense that they know this ain't gonna be no cakewalk, man. So I'm with Jews, man. I'm all business, man. This about some real serious shit, man.
Standing on it. Hey, shout out Dominique Henson. I got a question for you, brother. This is Rambo? Is this Rambo? I just need to know. Put in the comments. But he said I'm from Houston, but I live in the KC where the Chiefs hold minicap every year. And I need this one, man. And I'm tired of seeing fireworks in February. We gotta stop Mahomes. Sacks if we do that, we win. Um
Yeah, man.
and
Because
then
if you look at the last couple of times we played these two superior teams that everybody says that we have a wide variety of talent and win percentage, we don't lose until the second quarter, third quarter, or after halftime when
Yeah,
our offense doesn't make the adjustments and come out firing. It's not because the defense failed to come up to show the game.
yeah.
It's an offense understanding that they gotta act like this is like I said, do or die. But they act like they got fire on their ass and come out this game on both halves and show what they're really made of. And they gave us a quick glimpse last game against the Chargers of what they can do with those 2-3 positive drives. They just got to put the game together, and that's all. That's the only thing that's holding us back. It's not the talent, it's not the coaching, not the player. It's to being a total package of a team on the
yeah.
offense side of the ball.
Yeah. For sure. Go ahead, Black.
Facts. Hey man, so earlier this week I had to say my prayer to sweet baby Jesus. Uh Sweet baby Jesus gave me some comfort. I had an agenda last week. My agenda was the Broncos and who else played?
You
The
talking about
Steelers was gonna
the
win.
yeah.
That way we get the home field in the division round. Like Larry said, man, after that CJ run and the momentum that I felt from the offense and how, like I said, I'm not confident in Bobby Slowick, but I feel a little bit better that he's starting to understand what CJ likes to do. That uplifts my spirits, right? And when I spoke with Sweet Baby Jesus told me, start worrying.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
gave you CJ Stroud. CJ is gonna come in there, and I have a good feeling that CJ is gonna do what Joe Burrow did. Now, that's my little spiel. But I want to tell you, I want to ask y'all this. Everybody, I want y'all to really think about this. The last two times the Kansas City Chiefs have lost in the playoffs, why have they lost? Because the team on the other side had a defense that got after Patrick Mahomes
Yeah.
and made him make mistakes.
Yeah.
When he gets frustrated, aka Tom Brady, when they get frustrated, they lose themselves. That is the same thing. That is what we've been doing all season long. We have getting these quarterbacks, these high. I don't know why we can't do it to the Will Levises, but these upper tier quarterbacks, we have been frustrating them, and with that, they lose themselves and they start trying to make these plays. Man, I think D'Amico Ryan is gonna call one hell of a game. People keep forgetting when he that last game he had against Philadelphia, he had no quarterback on the other side to help him.
Hmm.
The offensive line was hurt. The running game wasn't working. They couldn't do nothing on the 49ers, and he was
Yeah.
holding the Eagles. Same thing as when they played Kansas City. He held them boys through most of the defense played damn good. It
Mm-hmm.
just wasn't until they didn't the offense didn't have enough. They don't have CJ Stroud, man. Neither one of those teams had a CJ Stroud. Now, this the deal, man. I heard a lot of people now. I had listened to a Kansas City podcast today, and everybody keeps saying, "Well, what we gonna do about this 4x1 set? What y'all gonna do about these 3x1 set? What y'all gonna do when they throw these screens and this, that, and the third? Bro, we already played you, so guess what? We already have a feel for that. Y'all don't think that D'Amico Ryans doesn't know that already? He practiced against this man offense before. Like, come on, like like people really don't be understanding the nuances of the game sometimes, and that's the thing that irritates me. Because when you get to talking ignorance, like Stephen A. Smith and like
Yeah.
these other
Mm.
ESPN people, they just wanna look at the stats and say, oh, Houston ain't did this, this, and this. They haven't scored 2 points. They scored 2 points against Baltimore, but it's not the same team.
Nah.
This is not the same team with the same attitude from Christmas Day. We got kind of shell shocked that game. They is coming and they ready to beat Kansas City ass, man. I'm telling y'all, we finna be party. You think Bourbon Street throw parties? Oh, wait till tomorrow. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, wait till tomorrow, man. Y'all ain't seen that. Y'all just wait.
Hey
Wait.
man, I'm riding with you, Black Lion. Shit. Hey, I'm a firm believer, man, that there's a D'Amico haven't been on Andy Reid's staff before, haven't played for him before. I think there's the the Mixon aspect of it. I think the
Mm-hmm.
move Laramie Thompson inside. I mean, I think there's a whole different game that the Texans are going to play, and the fact that we didn't have Aziz in that Kansas City game when we played them the first time.
Mm.
Yep.
There's a lot of other shit, and then you got
Oh,
Christian Harris, and I know we don't know what's going on with him, but
Right. That's a question myself. Right. I'm looking so forward.
7 plays. 7 plays.
yeah,
I need them. I need them to
I
play all game together.
yeah,
It might.
but
I would say this. It might have been a mismatch matchup thing because
I,
they play such a
exactly.
bigger offensive line. That might, he might have felt comfortable with Toa being there, being, for whatever reason. That could be the issue with, but I don't expect 7 plays to be played for Christian Harris, not this
Yeah.
game.
No, I don't expect that neither, and they could have been still trying to manage him just in terms of his
Yep.
reps, because he had the game before that he played a whole bunch of reps, and then this, so
Yep.
they might have been just trying to have him, and I don't know this to be true to have him on a pitch count or whatever, but I will say this: they came out in that 4-3 defense to start that Charger game where they had all three of them boys out on the field, Tora, Harris, and Agent Zero, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
and then they pulled Christian Harris out. But in this game, you're gonna need that because one of them boys are gonna have to lock up Travis Kelsey, and the
Kelsey.
other person is gonna have to spy Pat.
Right.
So that's gonna be the determining factor on exactly how much and how these boys play because the outside corners got that shit on lock. That's
Big fact.
that you gonna have to be able to make sure that the middle of the field when Travis Kelsey start playing just that street ball and that sandlot football that we all played before, you're gonna have to have somebody that's gonna be in the vicinity to make sure that you got eyes on him, man, and inspiring Pat. So I think that was more of a management thing that they was doing with
Harris.
Harris, and the fact that the Texans rotated 8 different defensive linemen in that Charger game.
Mm-hmm.
That tells me exactly the kind of defense that D'Amico's gonna want to play tomorrow, man.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Like I said, because they're gonna need their best 11 this game, next game, and then that Super Bowl. At this point, you gotta put your best team out there. Health not well. You gotta put your best quality players out there to win these games.
Yeah, definitely. And before I make my little comment that I got to talk about the last game from the Chiefs, do want to go ahead and shout out our sponsor BetUS. Proud sponsor of the H Town Rundown. Y'all go ahead and y'all see that link right there. Y'all go ahead and click that link. When you click that link, it's a promo code. Go ahead and put this promo code right there when you join in, you sign up, get up to 125% back on your first 3 deposits. Man, you can't get that anywhere but BetUS. And a lot of people putting their money on Kansas City.
Yeah,
Go
they
ahead
are.
and go ahead and sign up BetUS and get your paper right for
I mean,
2025.
I'm
I
about to
hurry
put.
up and jump. I hurry up and jumped on that 8.5 on my boy. Y'all crazy than
I'm
I'm
trying
about
to
to put a
tell you.
stack. I'm about to put a stack on Beck getting a pass.
Yeah, look,
I'm about
Andrew
to
Tate
put.
catching the
I'm
pass.
about to put a stack because I know he been waiting all year to give Beck a couple pass catches because he loves him some Beck.
So two things. I want to shout out my boy Rambo in the building. I ain't heard from my boy since high school. One of the coldest running backs to come through Forest Brook, man. Shout out Rambo. In the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Also, the point I wanted to make was about the game against Kansas City, December 21st. Let us not be remiss about the Houston Texans being up 10-7 in that game. Then there was a specific play that happened that changed the whole momentum of the game. Patrick Mahomes dropped back to pass. Mario Edwards got in that man's face, knocked the ball out. Henry Toa picked it up,
Yeah.
ran into the end zone, scored a touchdown.
Hmm.
Game was supposed to be 17-7. And we know how D'Amico's defense plays when they have more than a one-score lead. That right there, that ain't happening on Sunday. I mean Saturday. I keep saying Sunday. Damn it. That ain't
That's all
happening
right.
tomorrow. That ain't happening tomorrow. We ain't about to have no pick six or fumble six, whatever return. That ain't happening. We about to make Patrick Mahomes. It's gonna be undeniable when we get that interception. When we pick him off, when we do a pick six or whatever, when we make a game changing play on defense, it's gonna be undeniable. Ain't no penalties. The referees are always in there and had them flags on ready, but not this game. Not this game. But definitely, man. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and get off y'all key matchups y'all want to see in this game. I think Swan kind of ran hers off early. Swan trying to get up out of here and get to the chicken. Um,
I'm still here.
um, but definitely, Jules, what's your key matchups? And then we go to Larry and then Black and Swan to round it off because I know Mike in the dungeon right now.
Well, I got two matchups, both on defense. It's pretty much the defensive line versus KC and their O line. Their mid guard, two centers. Well, two guards and one center. Getting that Fast Kusi and getting Mario and the rest of them boys just pressure from the inside. That's how the Bucks beat the Kansas City when they won that Super Bowl with Tom Brady, having your quarterback making enough plays, and just the linebackers. Linebackers, whatever linebackers are playing to keep that middle zone with Kelsey and Noah Gray and Xavier Worthy and all them cats that gonna run a lot of slants inside, a lot of up the middle situation. Have a no fly zone, all those mid passes that they have, make them earn it, pay for them. Every time they get put a hat on them. No, that's all cool saying. You put a hat on somebody every time they catch the ball. You put a hat on them. Make
Yep.
them know you're there. And on offense, I've been saying this for all season. Give me some quality plays. Give me some quality drives, and this defense can win your championship.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I've been saying all year.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. Uh, you know, for me, somebody just put. I just saw you put it up there, 80 about Bullock, man. When you when you got a dude in the, on the back end, man, that so your corner's locked down, right? Lassiter and Stingley, they locked down, right? But you got a dude back there in Bullock that loves to go make plays, man. And so if you can put him on top, let's say you put him on top of who Hollywood Brown, if Lassiter got Hollywood Brown, right, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And then you can play Brian on D Hop, and then you got Stingley on Worthy or whatever. However, you got a dude on the back end that can go and make big plays, man. If Mahomes try to do so, the Texans are gonna take some away in terms of those wide receivers. That shit ain't gonna. They ain't just gonna be running free.
Mm-hmm.
And so my biggest thing for me, in terms of matchups, is I need number 7. I need him to make sure that his sole objective is to keep them damn chains moving, man. And that means you if you see that you got an opportunity to take 3 or 4 yards and we in 2nd and 6 or 2nd and 5 or some shit like that, there can't be no hesitation. Hey, go get me that 5, man, and then and so that makes everybody have to adjust and account. Because you remember when CJ said this week that he didn't realize that other teams weren't accounting for him in terms of in their scheme of having to account for him running because they just knew that he was going to stay in the pocket. That's why when I went and I posted that Georgia game when they played out, Ohio State played Georgia, and it was little slight things where CJ moved to his right in the pocket, Marvin Harrison come across just like Nico running across the field, or Hutch running across the field, and you get a big play. The next thing you know, he slid in the pocket to the right again. He hit Harrison in the end zone. These are the kind of little small things, and it's little subtle things like that CJ wasn't doing this season because we saw him dropping back and taking big sacks and things like that. And so those are the kind of plays, momentum shifting plays, where you keep Patrick Mahomes' ass on that sideline because he can't hurt you standing over there next to Big Red, right?
Yeah.
That's the kind. The defense, I'm going to just believe that the defense already understand what the assignment is.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna need you to go ahead and CJ to make these kind of little subtle plays where it's 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4, and we in front of the chains instead of being behind the chains. Because if they do that, it ain't shit that Kansas City can do with these boys.
At all. That ball control has been a formula for success for the Texans. You know, having that time of possession, you know, keeping the ball, you know, I think was the last drive on the Chargers game, we ran the ball, held the ball for 7 minutes in that
Yes,
whole
sir. Yes, sir.
and went down and scored a touchdown. But that's definitely a major key is keeping the ball, like you said, keeping the ball out of Patrick Mahomes' hand and eating that clock away.
Yes, sir.
You know, eating the clock away. But go ahead, Black.
So I I don't really have mine is not so much the players. Mine is the coaching staff. Mine is the Spagnola. How you say his name?
Yeah,
Spagnola.
Steve Spagnuolo.
Steve Spagnola versus Bobby Slowick. That's my matchup.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
the matchup of the year, boy.
That's the matchup because if Bobby can find a way to get in that rhythm again with CJ, it's over with. Their defense can be had because they're bad in 3rd and shorts, right? They don't get off the field. I say this every year. When it comes to playoff football, you have to stick to the run. The run is not always. It's not like the regular season, right? When we be like, ah man, let's CJ cook, right? You have to stick to the run because you got to keep that time possession, right? You want, especially against Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
And the other thing that's gonna play in our favor is the fact that the weather is cold. So if you keep Patrick Mahomes on that sideline and you keep him cold to where he can't move, he's gonna get, like I said, get frustrated. You're keeping their offense to where they can't catch their rhythm, and you're wearing down their defense, and you're keeping them on the field. Chris Jones, we know Kansas City Chiefs are not gonna admit it, but we know Chris Jones will quit in the middle of a play. He will stop running in the middle of a play. He just does that. I mean, I get it. You 6'6", what, about almost 300 pounds. I get it. So we have to use that to our advantage. We have to get him moving quick. We cannot have CJ standing as a statue.
Thank you. Thank
He
you.
has to get out. We have to move the pockets. We have to get him rolling out. We have to get the ball out of his hand quick. Let's spread it out. Get out of these condensed formations all the time. Get outside. Let's get these receivers. Trent McDuffie is too small for Nico. He's too
Mhm.
small for Nico. The thing is, but what I'm expecting, this is why I say I want to see what Bobby and Spagnola does, is because I have a strong feeling that Spagnola is probably going to take Trent McDuffie and put him on Mechie or Hutch or somebody, and then
Have
bracket
Washington.
cover Nico.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna
Have
try to
Washington
bracket
in the
Nico.
safety. Yeah.
Right. So which means the person that we don't want, that we hate to say this name,
Uh-oh.
but Dalton Schultz
Oh,
has
God
to.
damn.
He's gonna have
Oh,
to
God
play.
damn.
He's gonna have to play a big role in this game. He's gonna
Oh,
have to.
God damn.
So the reason why I say that, remember how how Shaq always say the others when it come down to the
Yeah.
playoffs, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's that other, because we know they're gonna have to stop Nico. If they don't stop Nico, this is gonna be the Chargers game. If they can't stop the run, this is gonna be the Chargers game. So we gotta have a other that makes those couple of plays to where CJ gets the ball to him. Now, I mean, I know we're not gonna talk too much keys to victory. We're gonna go in there later, but I want to say this too. My other point is Frank Ross is gonna have to make me right. I've been kind of preaching this, that Frank Ross. I feel that he's gonna be one of those next special team coaches that could be a good head coach in the future. He's gonna have to make me right, because it's gonna come time in this game to where he's gonna have to dial up something. Remember, last time we played them, we had what was that, 2012, 2017, when we had the 24-point lead, right?
Mhm.
We got that punt block. We're gonna need a field goal block or a punt block to do, either stop the momentum, change the momentum. We're gonna need something special from the special teams. Fairbairn, I'm trusting you not to miss the easy shit. But if we gotta have you to make the hard shit, please just make it. Please make the easy shit. Because the hard
Mhm.
shit you make, the easy shit you miss. I need you to make all the easy shit. So
Make everything. Make
right,
everything.
make everything. So my thing is, like I say, I really need Frank Ross to dial something up that he's seen on tape that we can
Yeah.
take advantage of special
And
teams
and it's
wise.
and it's not even just a punt block or a field goal block or a kick block. Hell, a big return. Scheme up a big
Return,
return.
yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Either a punt return or or a kickoff return, which is kind of questionable with Robert Woods. I don't know if he's gonna play or not. But
He got on the bus.
hey, that's all we asked for. Because
That's it.
put JJ Taylor out there. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, JJ Taylor
Oh
may make
shit.
some shape. But Mike, you got something to say? Go ahead.
Yeah, JJ Taylor. I mean, as long as he doesn't have to outrun a D tackle, he's good. No, I mean that clip will forever. But no, I'm excited about some of these matchups. I don't know if they're really gonna put McDuffie on Mechie slash the Hutchinson, the other tertiary options. Honestly, I mean they might. That's certainly in the range of outcomes, but I think it's more likely that they put him on Nico a good portion of the game. Um, but Nico, look, McDuffie's good, but Nico's great. So Nico could take advantage of any matchup. I mean, hell, he faces Stingley in practice, so don't get any tougher than that. Um, Got to get Mixon out in space. Y'all mentioned one of our favorite players, Dalton Schultz. But he does have a great matchup against the Chiefs. The Chiefs, one of the worst defenses against tight ends. I think it's like second worst in the league. So he will have opportunities to exploit that, the middle of the defense.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and obviously you can put Nico with some of those routes in the middle of the field, and Matchy and Hutchinson and Robert Woods, assuming he plays. Um, and like you said, ball control is going to be key. We got to stay balanced. It's the playoffs. Chiefs have a great run defense, but when we're fully healthy on defense, like we are, we're just as good, if not better, against the run. And Pacheco and Kareem Hunt at this point in their careers do not put any sort of fear um, in our run defense. So I think we'll be able to shut down their run game from the get go. Like Larry alluded to, we got faith in the defense. There ain't an ounce of doubt in the
Mm-hmm.
defense. Now that it's fully healthy, we saw last week. Question is offense, and can we make necessary adjustments if needed? But CJ got his mojo back last week,
Yeah.
and that's going to be the difference maker in this game. Having that confidence and that momentum and keeping it in this game. So stay balanced, don't get penalties, and keep Mahomes on the sidelines.
Yep.
Fucking Dodgers. I'm sorry.
You say what?
I'm talking about baseball situation. I'm sorry. I'm a whole different situation.
Oh, you talking about the Dodgers signed that pitch?
Fucking Dodgers, bro.
Yeah. What else, Swan?
Yes.
You want to go ahead and give your key matchups and keys to the victory? I know you've said. I just want you to reiterate what you said earlier.
First key is O-line. Protect CJ. CJ uses legs. Obviously, Mixon. Defense, I'm not worried. They go do what they go do. But one of the things I do want them to make sure they got this locked up is containing Mahomes, because that little slippery motherfucker be, getting outside, go down the middle. Next thing you know, he getting 5, 6, 7 yards, converting on a third down. So that's important. So it ain't just getting to him. Now, if you go get to him, I need you to put him on his ass. If you're not gonna put him on his ass, don't be letting the motherfucker run around.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, the O-line to me is the biggest thing, because as long as the O-line is doing what they're supposed to, CJ go cook.
So let me. I don't want to cut you off. You good?
Oh yes.
Okay. I will say this again. This must be some hellified chicken that Swan got, because Swan is straight to the point. Swan ain't talking no extra. She talking that shit. She ain't talking that extra. Swan is that chicken must be fire.
Gotta be. Wingstop good.
But it's a lot, man. It's a lot, and my key is always the trenches. Dominating the trenches, you're gonna dominate the game. Offensive line has, the last 2 weeks, even though one was against the Titans, but that offensive line with Drew Scruggs at right guard, and then you got, Patterson at center and Titus Howard at left guard, and we got 2 Swans in the building. And
Blake
what's his
Fisher.
name?
Fisher
Left tackle and Fisher at right tackle. Offensive line has played pretty damn well. So I'm kind of excited to see what they do against this Chiefs defensive line, who they not really, Chris Jones. It's Chris Jones and the mothers.
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly.
So
And
I'm
you know
not.
what they gonna do with him? They gonna try to move him
Pretty good.
inside. They gonna try to move Chris Jones inside on the right side to deal with them youngsters. We know what they gonna do.
Yeah.
What's the young man, George Kakadopoulos?
Oh, Kaloftis.
Yeah, he pretty good. You can't not
Yeah.
get that boy less respect about who he can do. If you
No, I mean, but I'm saying compared to what we've played this year, and the defensive lines and the stature, this is not one of those, oh my God, we gotta, bunker down type defensive lines. Like you can take advantage of this defensive line.
I mean, yeah. How many sacks and pressures did Khalil Mack and Joy Bosa did last week?
They got a sack. They got 2.
I think Khalil got 2, didn't he?
Khalil got 1 and Joey got 1, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
it was 2 sacks by the Chargers, but A lot of that came in the first half.
Yeah, they
Right.
had 3 total. I'd
Right.
say actually CJ gave them 2 of them. It
Right.
wasn't
Yeah.
really like they wasn't really like they was doing anything.
Hmm.
Exactly. So this line can block. When you gonna get some guys who are known to come off the edge, and you limited to them, and then they didn't really play a big factor towards the end. The line is doing their job. They got to keep doing it.
Look, better late than never, but I know somebody, I forgot in the group chat, they was pissed off. They say it took them 17 damn weeks to figure out to get a competent offensive line.
Hey, it took up
Uh,
getting people getting injured and damn near losing their job
yeah,
to say, hey man, I know we had our deal where we want people. We know we have a right tackle who put on his Instagram or Twitter that he's only a right tackle. At the end of the day, you got to put your best five out there,
hmm,
and the Eagles got out the way to win the ball game. This this
exactly.
this this this
Um,
this this adjustment should have been happening 6-7 games ago.
hmm.
Well, somebody else
I,
still gonna
I,
lose their job, but they trying to make it look like they fixed it. I'm talking about the O line coach.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I,
he
would.
gonna go in his interview saying, "Hey, but you saw we did them last 3 weeks of the season."
What's good, Shep? Hey, what's that meme? Oh, you about to lose your job.
Job.
Lose your job. Hey. um, that's exactly what Chris Strauss about to do. He about to lose his job. But Brandon in the comments is going crazy. Brandon brought up the how similar Kansas City and the Titans are. Um, the super chat right there, brother. You gotta go ahead and you know how it works. Super chat is live, so just let y'all know. But
Oh,
So you don't want to see Shaq
yeah,
Mason or Kenyon Green out there ever
yeah.
again.
Brandon
I
going
will
crazy
say,
in the chat, man. Brandon brought up the theory about how Kansas City and the Titans are kind of linked and tied. Titans just just hired Kansas City's assistant GM to be their GM.
hmm
Oh, they did.
Um, yeah,
Yeah.
they did. Then
We
they brought up the DeAndre Hopkins. He brought up the DeAndre Hopkins trade. He brought up the Snead
let's
trade.
see.
He brought up a lot of. It's kind of coincidence that they kind of tied to. So it's something to watch out here.
My
Oh,
word,
super chat disabled.
whatsoever.
Damn it, I gotta fix that. But yeah, super chat was available. I gotta fix it. Um, but definitely that Brandon been on fire in the comments.
here's what I think, man. Just based on the rundown, the way we in here chopping it up, man. This feels different, right?
Mhm.
This feels completely different. Where you don't as fans, we're thinking and we're analyzing all of this, saying, okay, we know what we're seeing when we're watching the game, right? They're out there playing it, and they have to be seeing some of the same shit that we're seeing because they're out there doing it. And I say all that to say this. Like I started the conversation, I don't know of a major set of positions on defense that the Chiefs are better than the Texans. I just can't find it. And so, like Black Lion said, this is gonna come down to, for me, a couple things. On 4th and 2, I need D'Amico to be aggressive, right?
Yes.
If you in a position on their side of the field, I don't need no goddamn field goal. This ain't about that. Cause if your defense is as stout as it is in playoff football, there are times that you got to get outside of yourself and do some shit that you don't normally do to win games, especially when you're on the road. So if you at the 30, the Chiefs 30, and it's 4th and 1 and 4th and 2, don't send Kaimi ass out there.
Mm.
Put Beck. That's why they brought Beck up, right? Put Beck ass in front of Joe and let them lean and get a yard, man.
Shit, quarterback sneak like we
Or
did.
quarterback, yeah, exactly.
We
And
did
keep
it twice, didn't we?
Yeah.
exactly and keep Pat ass sitting over there by Big Red. That's what I'm talking.
hmm
But sometimes you got to when you can't look at playoff football like you look at regular season
Regular
football.
season. Yep.
You just can't. And so there's gonna come a time in this game tomorrow where you, D'Amico and Bobby silly ass gonna have, especially Bobby, he gonna have to get outside himself and understand that running a stretch play and that kind of shit, man, when they in a wide nine, that's just a dumbass play. Run inside the tackle. Let's see if Titus Howard and Larry Thompson really want to play football.
Yep.
These kind of things that you do tomorrow is about controlling the clock and being aggressive. And I don't give a damn if you get out of Jecka Field, Arrowhead, or whatever. All I need you to do is be 1 point better than the Chiefs. I don't give a damn what the score is.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Right.
ain't
That's
looking for
it.
style points. I ain't looking for style
I don't
points.
need none of that shit. Give me 1 point. I don't give a damn if it's 3-2. Give me 1 point better than the Chiefs, man. Because I believe that you got enough talent. And I know we down Tank and we down Steph and all that, but you still got enough talent on that offense. If you make the right play calls and you be aggressive in your thought process when it comes to down the distance and shit, you can win this game, and it don't even have to be something that you even have to worry that much about, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you know what, Larry? I
Yeah.
don't think he's gonna put it in Kaimi's hand like that because one, that weather and you're outdoors. Now, is he gonna kick a field goal here and there? Yes, but I don't think it's gonna be the same way as that. He'd be happy with kicking, 3 and 4 field goals because I ain't trying to be funny. It's cold as fuck out there. And that football going out there to kick that sucker. You kicking a brick.
But it's more the wind over the
Right.
cold.
No, but I'm
when it
saying
Yeah.
comes, especially in Arrowhead.
them balls still ain't go. Hey, they still gonna be hard. And that wind, he got the leg, but I don't know. I'm not trusting him doing that shit outdoors. If he's got to kick it to win the game, okay. But like you said, if it's 4th and 2, 4th and 1, and you're on their side, go for it.
And real quick, AD, and the reason why you do that is it's the message that you send in your team.
Mm-hmm.
It's the message you sending to the Chiefs ass too. This is not gonna be something where we're just hanging around to try to steal this son bitch. I'm telling my team that I think that your ass better get this 4th and 2 or this 4th and 1, and I believe that we can
King
do
Clock
this
will go to hell.
because that's
Ain't
it's a mentality, man, and that passive shit and all that other kind of shit that don't get you to where you're trying to go.
Exactly. So go ahead.
It keeps Patrick Mahomes on the sideline. That like Larry said, you get on the 43-yard line, right? That's the edge of Kaimi's range, and it's 4th and 1.
Go for it.
Let's just say this is 3 minutes left, right? If you kick a field goal, you giving Patrick Mahomes 3 minutes. They probably have 2-3
Exactly.
timeouts. They could go down and score,
That's
right?
what he does.
Which is what hurt us the last game, right? That's the same
Exactly.
thing that hurt us going into halftime last game.
Mm.
We did better this Chargers game when it came down to that swing, right? We used to always call it in coaches meeting the halftime swing, where you would want to score. It don't matter if it's a touchdown or a field goal before we go into half. Get the ball after halftime and score again.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's if you do that, right? You go for it on 4th down, you get that down. Guess what? Now you get to run off at least another minute. If let's just say if you just go 3 and out after that, you still ran off another minute of time, right? So you're less, and then you're probably gonna force Andy Reid because Andy Reid's gonna call his timeouts. He's gonna want to score. He's gonna want to give Pat Mahomes the ball, so he's gonna call those timeouts. You get another 1st down. Now you had the ball from 5 minutes in the second quarter, left in the second quarter. You then drove it down the field with 30-something seconds left. You kick a field goal or score a touchdown. They have no more timeouts. That's going to help you throughout the game.
That's the managing of the game. because they did it at the end of the game against the Chargers, where
Chargers,
all they
right?
had to do was pick up 3 first downs and run that shit out and give them the ball back with 2 minutes left or 3 minutes left, and the game is over.
Over.
It's about managing that kind of shit, man.
Look, I ain't even gonna hold you. I want them to score another touchdown at the end of that game. Like, just put
And we
one more on the
did.
board.
And we
No,
did.
no, no. I'm talking about after I know we scored with Joe Mixon. I'm talking about when we gave them the ball back and then Stingley picked them off again.
Okay, that one. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. I wanted to go down, just put one more
Oh,
on
yeah,
the
I
board.
wanted it.
But definitely, all the points raised. Spot on, perfect.
I got one more when you're ready.
Go ahead.
I need somebody to talk to the tight ends and understand this. They need commitment to blocking.
We ain't
I
got
mean,
but two.
hey, I don't care. Irvin Smith, TQ.
TQ ain't come. He ain't catch the
Yeah,
bus.
nah,
He
he
missed
didn't
the
get
bus.
on the bus today.
Right. Well, I need them to have commitment to blocking in the run game. I need them to have a hard conversation about committing to blocking.
Well, I think Irv Smith and Beck. I think those are going to be exactly what Bobby and them unleash when it comes to trying to, because they know they can't run behind Dalton Schultz, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So so if you're in that power and that power eye or whatever, then you know that's what they gonna do. And the thing about it is that, again, going sideline to going east and west instead of north and south. We've seen it all season how those plays get shut down.
Hey,
Run your ass through the A gap or whatever. Give it, because if you're picking up 3 and 4 yards, man, again, the key is don't get behind and down the distance.
Dang, yep.
That's it.
I want to
This,
see. I want to see
And
more Irv Smith Jr.
yeah,
now,
You gonna see
you
him.
gonna see it.
You gonna see him.
You don't have a choice now.
Yeah. I
Right.
mean,
I'm saying this
Kate
when I
is
say
on.
more.
Huh?
No, I know he has to play because TQ and now Stover are down. But I'm saying is I'm talking about versus more Schultz. I'd rather see more Irv.
So this is the thing. You're gonna see a lot more 2 tight end sets. Because of the lack of weapons. You don't have, but Nico Mechie Hutchinson on the outside. So you're not gonna be able to run those 3, 4, 5 wide, type situations. So definitely gonna see Irv Smith in the game.
Are you saying we ain't gonna see
I just
Jared Wayne out there in the fourth?
Now we're not gonna see Nick Killer.
come on now.
Don't do
We
that.
got to be positive about this now.
Man,
Don't do
hey,
that.
this,
Don't do
I,
that. We may need him. Don't do that. Don't put
if,
that on.
We may what, Swan?
We may need him.
We may need him.
Yes.
Man.
if Bobby Slowick is on this shit, he'll put Nico in the slot. He'll move him around so that he outside. He's in the slot. Put Mechie outside. Put him in the slot. Put Hutch, because you want to use the middle of the field with those dudes versus just depending on Dalton Schultz being the dude you go to in the middle of the field. So it's just going to be a variation of how he moves those wide receivers in and out of that slot position, man. Because if he does that, that makes Nico a hell of a lot harder to guard when he's in the slot, man, against linebackers or whatever that's trying to stay with him.
Man, this
And
say Go ahead, my baby.
I wanted to say this too, man. I like I said, I was paying attention to the Kansas City Chiefs to hear what they was talking about, and for these people to have a podcast and have a nice little following, they was pretty delusional with some of the stuff they were saying about the Texans running 10 personnel and we don't have the weapons, we don't have 5 receivers. I can't remember the last time we put 5 receivers on the field at once. Let alone not ever have a tight end on the field. So, this whole thing to where everybody keeps saying we don't know where this 20 points are gonna come from, right? Where's the 20 points gonna come from? It's the matchups, it's controlling the football, it's all the things that we're talking about. It's the special teams, it's the turnover, It's the keeping Pat Mahomes off the field and just wearing down the defense. The Mechie, like I said, the others, Mechie, Hutch, Schultz, they're gonna have to make a couple of plays. Hutchinson made a couple of plays in the Kansas City game the first time. Mechie is gonna, he's gonna make a couple of plays. This time we just hope he holds on to the football and or tuck the football in quicker, right? My thing is, man, like Larry been saying, my whole thing is just is Bobby Sloyd getting out his way. I have 100% trust in the defense to do what they supposed to do, and
Exactly.
that's just the fact of the matter.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I have no doubt that the defense gonna come to play. And I take Bobby Slug probably gonna have the best call game of his career. He went and did that interview
Hell
in
yeah.
New York, and Bobby Slug gonna turn back the hands of time and make us think remind us that he was a prime candidate for a head coaching job last year. And Bobby Slug gonna call one hell of a game. He ain't gonna think so much.
Yeah,
'Cause,
exactly.
on the interviews and all that during the week, he always say, I think this, I think that." No, we don't need you to think. We just need you to do.
Do yeah,
Exactly. Because you had my quarterback ass out there thinking.
Right. We don't
He
even
got.
need him out there thinking. He needs
That's
to
what
just
I'm
play.
saying.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He
Let
needs
him
to.
just
He
play.
needs to realize that CJ is the talent. He just there to manage you.
Well, he did acknowledge
Ain't
that in
nobody
the
come to
mic.
see
He
you,
did
Bobby.
acknowledge that in the
Ain't
mic.
nobody come see you,
Ain't
Bobby.
nobody come to see you,
See you,
Bobby.
Bobby.
hey, that's what he
But
thought he did when he took that hat off. He's like, I didn't know y'all
Oh
noticed.
man.
Hey.
We didn't notice. We didn't care.
Look, people putting their hot takes in the comments. Josh talking about he need the Hush touchdown. Jacoby talking about Hush TD would be nice. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Jerry Wayne
Yeah,
is
he
gonna score.
best.
There
uh-huh.
you
Jerry
go.
Wayne is gonna score a touchdown.
Oh yeah.
He got the
John
skills.
Mitchell is gonna score 2 touchdowns.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay.
so you got
Uh-oh.
hold on.
21.
So you got hold on. So you got
That's 21.
CJ throwing 4 because that means
Hold
Nico will
on.
get one.
Hey,
So I
Swan,
got
he's got Nico scoring 5.
so hold on.
Oh.
So
Oh
let
shit.
me go ahead and start off the predictions. Because we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get these predictions in, these score predictions. We're gonna go ahead and get
Ooh.
ourselves together because I gotta pull up a little something. And before I get my night started
Okay.
prep for this game. But
Okay.
right now I got the Houston Texans winning this game 34-17.
Mm.
Good
Not
God.
gonna be close. Not gonna be close. It's gonna be one of them
Mm.
days. So I need y'all go ahead and Black, you can go next, then we'll go Mike,
Mm.
Larry, Jules Swan.
That's a hard follow up right there, man. Another blowout, and I've been feeling generous this week. But man, hey, man, I'm gonna give Pat Mahomes some respect, man, and I'm not gonna say we gonna blow him out just based off of Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes. But like I said, I feel different about this week, man. Score wise, and I'm a I'm gonna say Kansas City. They score 16 and we get 27. 16-27.
Ooh, 16-27. Okay.
Yeah, I think we gonna bend not break. I think they're gonna be kicking. They're gonna be trying to kick those field goals to try to keep up with the score part. Just to stay within the game, and they're gonna be kicking more field goals than actually scoring a touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, what you got, Larry?
I got a 27-20, man.
Oh damn.
Damn is right.
I got a 27-20 for my boys, man. I think I think the defense is gonna score a touchdown, man, and I think that offense, like you said, I believe it's going to be somebody that we don't expect that's going to get in that end zone with Jared Wayne or Mechie or somebody or Hutch or whatever, because we know they're going to try to take Nico away. So it's going to be dependent upon these boys to go out there and let their nuts hang, man. That's how I feel about it.
Mm-hmm. Mike?
I knew I shouldn't have shared my notes with Larry.
Next time I'm going first.
I'm expected to close hard. That's right, Coaster. I'm also predicting a defensive touchdown for the Texans in the final 2 minutes of the game. Chiefs leading 23-20. Stingley takes it to the house 27-23 Texans.
Then you gonna finally learn how to run a pick back.
That's right.
Okay.
What you got, Swan?
27-20. I got 3 touchdowns by DJ, and I got 2 field goals by Hawaiian Punch.
Okay, Jules.
I got a low scoring game, and I got the Texans winning. That's all I got. I ain't got no numbers.
We need a score.
No.
I ain't got no
No.
numbers.
We ain't gonna let you.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna let you just
Y'all
slide
ain't
on up out of
y'all
here
ain't
with
gotta
that.
let me do shit.
Come on now. You gotta be the opposite.
That's who I am. I just got the
No,
Texans
come
winning
on
by
now. We
any
give a
means
score
necessary.
prediction. It's okay to be wrong.
By
You
any
go
means
for it.
necessary. This team is gonna win by any means necessary. That's my
Lord.
prediction.
Hey y'all, so Jules just texted me the score. He said he was shy. He didn't want to say it.
The lies.
What's the score? Put it out there.
Score that
Yeah,
AD
I'm
gonna
about
pull
to-
up part his ass. No did
No,
he?
he ain't. No, he ain't. He tell the truth.
Yeah, he say Jules. This Jules score. I'm about to post
Here
it.
we go.
He just texted
34-0.
All business.
me.
I don't care about no sports. No school. I support the W.
Jules right here, man. Jules say this gonna be the game, right? He say it's a drag out, hard fought drag out game. He say this is what the score gonna be.
19-13.
2019.
I'll take that too.
That sounds like a Jules.
By any means necessary, the team's gonna win.
Shout out to people in the chat, Jacoby, 3110.
I like it. I like it.
Chip saying I'm wearing a belt around my neck like a chain tomorrow.
What? Huh?
I'm with you, AD. BTA. Belt to ass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all the big difference. Too, a lot of people is skipping over Lassiter. Man, Lassiter mindset has been totally. I've never seen a rookie at that plays that position like that.
Crash out.
That hey man, that is something. I'm telling you,
He a
it's gonna
dog.
take. He gonna lay a big hit, and that's what's gonna fire up that defense early.
So long as he don't lay himself out, we all right.
Well, Jimmy Ward ain't
Jimmy
playing.
Ward was the
Go
one that
ahead,
laid him
Swan.
out.
We're on the same page. Jimmy Ward ain't
Yeah,
playing.
So he'll be all right.
Now,
Hey,
what school did he come from?
Who?
Georgia.
Yeah,
All right then.
Got that dog?
No, he showed and go to Austin. You know,
I just tell y'all.
Hold up. He sure didn't go to no damn Aggies.
I mean,
showed it.
but Miles Garrett did.
He was in
Miles
that.
Garrett on the couch.
Kamari Lassiter was a freshman in
Uh-huh.
that Georgia Ohio State national championship game, man.
He sure was
against CJ,
Yeah.
and he's been a dog since day one.
Hey, Von Miller was
Oh Lord,
College Station too. He's still in the playoffs. Mike Evans, he from College Station. He was in the
Last time
playoffs.
I checked, he got his ass whooped.
He was in the playoffs. He was there.
He didn't get his ass whooped. The
He
Bucks
didn't
might
get
have
his
lost,
ass
but
whooped.
he didn't get his ass whooped.
That's a damn team.
So I can count on my pinky toe how many people from Austin.
All I know is
I already tried. Hey,
don't know how to make the playoffs.
we not finna have this kind of shit.
Hold up. Ain't won
Everything was going good, man.
I got to end it on a good
they
note.
ain't won a championship since slavery.
Everything
Hey,
was going good,
it's
man.
all right. We won one, so that's all that matter. Um, but all in all, man, it's been a great episode. Right now, I do want to shout out our sponsor right now, BetUS. Y'all go ahead and put some money on the Texans. Their money line, with the point spread 8.5 right now. Y'all click that link, man. Put in that, just sign up. Put in that promo code right there, and y'all go ahead and do your thing, man, and make you some money off of BetUS. Proud sponsor of the H Time Rundown, BetUS, where the game begins. Shout out to everybody in the comments. You got Omar, you got T Rail, you got Frank, you got Chip, you got Jacoby, you got BG. We got Josh, we got DQ, King Folker, Sarah, FBI Sarah in the
Hmm.
building. Who else we got up in here? Shout out Texas Tangents. Um, Killer Cal. Shout out him and the Texans on 3 podcast. Shout out Ruben.
Already.
Hmm.
713 Houston Sports. Him, Harley, Stressings. Y'all go ahead and hop over to Tejas Brewery tomorrow and have a good watch party, man. We had one against the Chiefs the last time. It was amazing. Aziz Al Shair showed up. Y'all go over there to Tejas Brewery right there in the Heights. It's plenty parking, good food. Swan had them wings on deck. You talking about chicken? The chicken you had tonight good as them wings from Tejas?
Hey, hey.
Hey, but yeah, y'all go ahead and make y'all way, man. You're gonna have the performance from Crenshaw, and them boys over there, before the game. They gonna perform their Swarm song. So I'll go check them out. The Houston Food Bank is a sponsor of this, as well. So they're gonna do a food drive. Their last time they did a toy drive for the children, it was very successful. This time they're gonna do a food drive for the homeless. So y'all go ahead and hop over there, bring some canned goods, bring some food, to donate. And it's gonna be a great day, great atmosphere on the rooftop. So y'all go ahead and hit up that Tejas Brewery for the watch party for the Houston Stressings, Ruben, Harley, all them boys gonna be in attendance, man. So it's gonna be a great day. Again,
Drop the
shout out.
address. Drop the address.
Yeah, I gotta find the address. Hold on, give me 1 second, y'all.
2101 Summer Street.
There you
Thank you,
go.
Swan. Thank you, Swan.
Ooh, swarming.
Yeah. Look,
Ooh.
speaking, hey, you can't say shit. Half swarming ass. Um,
Shots fired.
um,
Hold on. I'm sorry, you did not see my thing on there. It says what? Texans swarm.
swarm. Texan
Texans
swarm.
swarm. I always
Um,
swarm.
Shout out Sal, shout out Lackville, shout out my boy Rambo, shout out Cash, shout out Brandon, shout out DJ Waller as well, man. Daniel Berry, Emac, of course Ruben, all in all, man, Daniel Berry Sports, Brian, Joy,
To the
Iman,
world.
Jacory, call him JC, everybody, man. I appreciate y'all all joining in the chat. Um, as well. Hold on. Oh, got Chris Austin in the building. Shout out Chris. As well. It's been on my mind, man. I do want to shout out our boy Chris Roy, C Roy.
You beat me to it, dog.
You know,
Stay royal.
you gotta
That-
stay raw, man. And right now,
he
I know
would be going crazy if.
look,
Ooh.
Hmm.
we made a joke, you know, that we always say, are you willing to die for the swarm? And Chris said, I'm gonna take that personally. You know, Chris.
Yeah, man.
Unfortunately, Chris passed away this summer, man, right before the season started. One of the biggest Texan swarmers you'll ever see in your life.
He loved
Friend,
this shit
friend of
right
all of
here,
us,
man.
Yes.
man. Friend of all of us, man. He meant a lot to us. Still means a lot to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely, the Houston Texans are gonna go into Kansas City, put belt to ass. You know, shut down Patrick Mahomes, shut down Andy Reid, shut down Travis Kelsey, shut down Chris Jones,
Hmm.
shut down McDuffie, shut down Christian Watson. What's his name? Jalen Watson. Shut
Justin
down
Watson.
Justin
Oh
Watson. I'm
yeah.
sorry, Justin Watson.
I mean, he
Shut
gets
down.
6 yards a game. So
Shut, no. We talking about the DB.
oh, okay, Jalen
Oh, you
Watson.
said
Yeah,
Yeah,
Justin Reed, the
Jalen.
DB?
No,
Yeah,
Justin Reed. I'm talking
Yeah.
about Jalen Watson, the cornerback. We shutting down George Kalafdis. We shutting down all them boys over there.
Yeah.
Isaiah Pacheco. We shutting them all down, man. And right now, the Houston Texans gonna come home with that victory and being their first ever make history for the
Yes.
Houston Texans franchise, being their first ever AFC Championship game. And all the best are off people when we win the AFC Championship game.
Oh yeah. It's
oh
house
Hey.
yeah.
See
money
this
then.
right now. We get to that championship game.
It's house money.
Ooh wee.
Fuck it. We
History,
going to the
history
Super
making for the
Bowl.
Texans.
History making year, baby.
Hey man.
History making year.
Super Bowl 59.
But definitely
In
we
New
going
Orleans.
in New Orleans. Might as well be home field advantage.
Ooh,
Oh
Um,
shit.
man.
Yeah.
uh, but definitely, man. I appreciate everybody supporting the H-Town Rundown. And we will see y'all. Say it with me on a victory
Victory.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Victory
Victory
Ooh.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Victory Tuesday.
Throw
Y'all.
the
All right.
H's up.
Throw them H's up, man. H-Town till we drown. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's been a great episode, and we will see y'all when we see y'all, man. Peace.
I'll holler.
Please.